the craft of selling. Doesn't matter what you studied in school. By far, the most important skill to master is selling. Billionaires are salespeople. Multi-millionaires are salespeople. CEOs are salespeople. Entrepreneurs are salespeople. Realtors are salespeople. A man that wants to get married to a woman is a salesman. So, when we have trainings like this, see, don't live here and go and occupy yourself with other activities that will not make you implement those things. As you live here, when you leave trainings like this on Mondays, what you do is go home, eat, and sleep. Then wake up to the notes that you put down and start looking at how you're going to implement them within the next 5 days. Don't go home and go and watch whatever. Don't go home and go and be gisting. Don't do that to yourself. Because see, the shelf life of any new knowledge is max 24 hours. And so one of the most powerful things you can do when you are just introduced to something new is to take a power nap. Power nap. So don't go live here and then, except maybe you already plan to branch the markets. You want to buy some things in the market. Besides that, go home, take a meal, maybe take a shower, and sleep. When you wake up to the things, the new information that was just given to you. That is the highest chance you have of implementing it. Otherwise, you are going to lose up to 96% of everything that you get. So I was saying that every single day, it is your duty to move the pendulum of your mastery of the skill of selling forward a little bit. Every single day, you should be able to say, this is what I have learned about sales or selling today, every day. Because the journey, selling is a journey. It's a journey to mastery. It's only after you have attained some level of mastery, sales mastery, that you can begin to reap the dividend of the skill. Most especially in real estate. You will struggle a lot if you have not mastered selling in real estate. Right? And last week we talked about traffic, and I talked about the importance of traffic. Your contact is traffic. Your WhatsApp is traffic. Social media is traffic. Understanding how to wield it as a weapon is where the real gem lies. I don't do email marketing, but I make sales frequently. And one of the reasons why I really don't do email marketing anymore, because I used to do it. I still have a website, and people that visit my website, they still come into my email, is that a lot of Nigerians rarely check their emails. The only people that check their emails are CEOs, high net worth entrepreneurs, multi-millionaires and millionaires. Those are the only, and most of the time, if they don't have your personal email and you send them an email, they most likely will not open it. Because a lot of people's emails are spam every single day. Hundreds of email messages comes into their emails every day. A lot of times when I send an email to even somebody who gave me their email, once I'm done sending it, I still get to remind them on WhatsApp that I just sent you an email, please check. If you forget to remind them, that email will remain there, unopened. Right? So traffic, you need to know where you are getting. By far, apart from mastering the skill set of selling, by far the most important activity of a salesperson is lead generation. And you can't generate lead without traffic. right? Prospecting is how you generate leads. Prospecting is one of the major ways to generate leads. And you generate leads as you know, have you as are people is there anybody here who you just you several times you've gotten someone coming to your WhatsApp messenger and say, oh, I learned that you are in real estate. Are there people like that where you didn't give them your phone number, you didn't give them your WhatsApp number, somehow they sent you a message on WhatsApp that I saw a property somewhere and I learned that you are one of the marketers of that property. Has that happened to you before? Yeah. That has happened to you before, then keep doing what you are doing. Your number is make that happen. No, that is everywhere does not mean it's like somebody that says that he wants me to celebrate him because he has a website. And then I'm like, okay, how many people visit your website? You can have a website and nobody knows about that website still. Most especially if you didn't set up search engine optimization. If you're not doing what will make that website optimized on the search engine, it does not matter that you have a website. You have to understand that. So traffic, you have to understand the traffic that works for you based on your own activities so far, your own business activities, even your life activities so far. There are people who make millions of naira through WhatsApp marketing. Frequent WhatsApp marketing. There are those who their own forte is Instagram. There are those who their own forte, like me now, my forte is TikTok. By far. TikTok. There are some. If your best social media platform is Facebook, please, can I see your hand? Your best social media marketing platform is it Facebook? If it is your best, you must have made a sale in the last 1 month on Facebook, if it's your best. But that's what makes it the best. Otherwise, you don't have any best. It's a platform that can at least fetch you a sale per month, at least. In the last 3 months, TikTok has fetched me about 5 sales in the last 3 months. 2 sales this month already. So the traffic, you have to figure out the traffic that works for you. I talked about this last week. There is a traffic you control, you don't control. You don't really control social media traffic until they come to your WhatsApp, until they come to your email. You are not controlling them. Traffic control, your email, your WhatsApp, Google Ads. When you run Google Ads, you can put your WhatsApp link in your Google Ad. wa.me/23 for your WhatsApp, and it will come directly to your WhatsApp. Once they're in your WhatsApp, then you own them, right? Then lead generation. Last week I also talked about this. In your content marketing, content mastery, content management. You know that content is king. You know that content is how you bait your prospect, how you bait the marketplace. So you need to hook them. There has to be something that is catchy, whether it's the headline or whether it's the first statement that comes out of your mouth. If it's a video content, right? The hook, tell a story, tell stories, right? Storytelling is a very, very important skill set that you must master if you want your content to get engagement, because the brain is wired to be attracted to stories. Then your offer, then the attractive character. Everywhere I go to, people compliment my attire. Even when I shoot a video, you see people compliment my attire. You see, that's my own attractive character. My attire is my attractive character. So you have to have these elements in your content. Pretty important. Then I talked about the Formula 25. Formula 20. because of the frequency, the overbloating of social media, this might not really work as Formula 20 anymore. This might be Formula 21 now. So Formula 25 in those days was talk to 20 new people across your social media platforms every day. And talk to 5 new people off social media every day. So every week you are talking to 100 people about your offerings about real estate online, and you're talking to about 20 people offline. Now, it's not like maybe it's not doable. When it comes to offline prospecting, you have to be very, very deliberate about it. For instance, you want to attend a paid event. Maybe you only get to attend a paid event once a week, right? Or once in 2 weeks. If maybe you are working with the Formula 25, if maybe the offline event is once in 2 weeks, it means that you should aim digital business card. I've heard of digital business card. I no longer this way you can just place it on somebody's phone and to just scan it. Okay, your phone is not HC enabled.
What do you mean by it? Well, let's try with this one.
Your phone, and I've been using it since. So it's all big.
It's supposed to scan
No,
the barcode.
it's supposed to pop up instantly. I think that's very copy. That's it. Click on it. No, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Sorry. So, is it this metal one that's like super metal? Okay.
So that's it. All my, so you can see. That's
Okay, to bring out where you're from.
Yes, it will bring out all my contacts, all my social media, WhatsApp. So you no longer need.
Yeah, scan the barcode at the back. No. Is it the barcode one?
You can see that your phone is not. NFC. There is a technology called NFC, near field communication. If you need something like this, you can start your. There's a phone with 20,000. This one, it was one I bought, but it just gave me this one as complimentary. So you have your logo on it. If you go to a conference where there are 100 people, you can collect 100 contacts very easily. Just, you can make them, all my listeners there, all my social media platform icons are there. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everything is there. WhatsApp. So it's easier. You don't have to be buying 100 pieces of cards that they will even throw in the trash can. So this way you are, and it's for life. It's for life. So these are part of the ways. Yeah, it's not. You actually have a web page that it takes them to. It takes them to a web page. Then under it, they can even um, do the QR code of your contact. They can see all your social media accounts under, so they can follow any of the social media platforms. So it makes it easy, and also you educate them. You educate them. So moving forward, now when it comes to selling, you have to know who you are selling to. These are all part of the accessory of branding. This smart car operation.
Sorry, Mr. So this subscribe, please you can subscribe to any of them.
Yes, you can follow me on any of those. And you can see the WhatsApp, right? So you can send me a WhatsApp message. So
You register everything.
yes. There's a company that does it.
37,000.
It's actually 50% discount, right? It's 54K.
54K.
They're doing a 50% discount.
What about
Yeah, it's true.
yeah.
So everybody needs to do listen. Everybody needs to create a buyer avatar. You have to design a buyer avatar. You need to have like 5 different types of buyer avatars that you want to sell to. When we talk about buyer avatar, we're talking about knowing their financial status, knowing where to find them, knowing if you have their phone number on your phone contact. In order for you to know your dream buyer, you must first attempt to find out what their fears, their hopes, their wishes, and dreams are. Because it is these things that make them big. It is these things that propel them to do whatever it is that they want to do. You guys are I hope you're not living with my.
No, sir. We are not 10 fingers.
Oh, okay. So when it comes to selling, you have to know who you are selling to specifically. No dilly-dallying. People will say, "Oh, I'm hoping to make sales." They don't have any dream buyer, but there's no hope in selling. Sorry. You are either selling or not, and there is a sales process. It is the sales process that tells us that you are actually selling. So if there is no sales process, ongoing, you are not selling. You are just deceiving yourself. Now, when it comes to identifying your dream buyer, there is something called your power base, your 4% power base. 4% of the people on your contacts should either be able to buy real estate from you or refer someone that can buy real estate from you. Your power wants 4%. If 4% of the people on your contact cannot buy real estate from you, then you know that you have liability on your contact. You know that your contact is packed full of liabilities. They either should be able to buy real estate from you, or they can refer someone who can buy real estate from you. Right? See, I said it in one of the classes that when you attend free events and you are busy collecting numbers, I don't look down on people, but I'm a mathematician. I understand the mathematics of life. I understand that. You said? It's not my from there. I understand that if I jump up, I'll come back down. But if I grow up, I'll remain at the level of my growth until I grow further. So if somebody comes for a free event It's either maybe the person is not busy, or the person does not have money. So before I will collect, I will not collect number. I don't collect numbers at free events. Even when people collect my numbers, I don't try to say please. Even if you flash me, I will not say this. If you are truly a valuable person, if you are rich, we will meet where we will meet. It is just that simple. You know. So, and the reason I'm saying is because a lot of people keep collecting all kinds of numbers, such that 4% of their contacts is not a power base. So the 4% are the richest people on your contact. And it's not that they are rich, they also have interest in real estate, or they know someone who has interest in real estate. Up to 80% of the sales I've made this year came from referrals. Now, the halo strategy. There's a strategy we'll refer to as the halo strategy when it comes to the requirement for drawing up your dream buyer avatar. You have to know the age of your prospect. Of course, the gender, the education level. Because see, if somebody is not well educated but the person is rich, and you're trying to speak too much grammar, I'm going to be wasting the person's time. The education level, the business the person does. Please, so where's my second? The business the person does, the person's marital status, the person's social status. These are the ingredients or components you're going to use to create your dream buyer avatar. Oh, Mr. Mr. Shegwade Gorua, age 39 or 43, male, of course. He lives at Aoyaya, or he lives at Chevy Castle, or he lives at BGC. Education level is a master's degree holder, or a school start holder, or a bachelor's degree holder, or an HND holder. Business. He has a business. He has a shop at Alaba International Market. He has a shop at Balogun. He has an office at BGC. I'm sorry, at Ikota shopping complex, or whatever. Whatever it is specifically. Marital status, married, with 3 kids. You put it there. Social status. He's rich. Or he's a multi-millionaire. Or he's a billionaire. You have to put it there. See, these are the things you look at. See, you have to draw dream buyer avatar. You have to draw your individual buyer avatar for every prospect. It will influence your conversation with them. There is something they taught us in physics called lateral inversion. Lateral inversion. It's called the mirror image. Please, where is my second card now? Please, pass it. Mirror, what did I call it now? Mirror principle. When you mirror people to themselves. See, if you know someone who is always fighting, who is always nagging, do you know the fastest way you can help that person change? Record them. Don't let them know you are recording them. When they are doing all that madness, record them. Once they are done with the madness, don't say it to them. It will shock them that so me they do. The best feedback that people appreciate is the feedback that has their personality traits in it. So when you are having a conversation and you have this information, it makes them feel like you know them. It makes them feel like, oh, this guy is familiar with what I'm doing. And the thing about the dream buyer avatar is that you keep getting information about your prospect and putting it in that dream buyer list. Oh, the wife just gave birth, you put it there. This is part of the most important work of a salesperson. When you are a salesperson who is just a salesperson based on impulse, I'm praying that I make sales. You spend time to go to the mountain, but you don't spend time to come up with a dream buyer avatar. You spend time to go for breakfast with the Holy Spirit, but you don't spend time to craft real data about the person that you want to sell to. That is part of the important activities of salesmanship. If you have 17 prospects, you should have dream buyer avatar for all of them. All 17 of them. That is how you are telling yourself subconsciously that I'm a serious salesperson. I'm actually a true salesperson. But if you have never done the dream buyer avatar, you're wrong. Now, there are 9 questions to ask yourself if you want to create a dream buyer avatar. 9 important questions. Number 1 is, where does your dream buyer hang out and congregate? Where do they hang out and congregate? Because if you don't know this, you just be looking for prospects everywhere, anywhere benefits, like you say. You're just thinking that all those salespeople that will tell you sales can come from anywhere. It's not true. Sales come from specific places. There are places where sales will never come from. So where does your dream buyer hang out and congregate? That's number 1 question. Write it down. Write it down. Number 2 question. Where does your dream buyer get their information? Anyone who is an investor, trust me, they gather information from somewhere. They are always getting their hands on the latest, most distilled information to make the next investment decision. So ask yourself, where do they get their information from? Is it Google? Is it Facebook? Is it TikTok? Where you must know specifically where they get their information from. See, when you go on an appointment with a prospect, these are some of the things you want to use time to find out. When you're asking the prospect, when you go for an appointment, and you're asking the prospect, what's your favorite social media? You want to know where they go to the most online. And then maybe they say, oh, I don't really do much of Instagram. I'm more of LinkedIn. Good. Note it down. It's more of LinkedIn. And then you want to find out whether he uses Google. And then you can just chip in something like, a lot of people have been, using Google to find information. And it's a lot of investors have been using Google. You just want to find out if they use Google as well. By the time you have like 6 prospects that use Google, then you should be thinking of Google Ads. You should be thinking of Google Ads. See, the work of salesmanship is real work, but if you put in the work, you are going to reap the dividend. But the issue with most salespeople is that they don't understand the science of salesmanship. They just click that link, that referral link that was sent to them. They put in their about data, their realtors. So I'm hoping to make sales. The third question is, what are their biggest frustrations and challenges? What are their biggest frustrations and challenges? One of the fastest ways to the heart of an investor is to proffer a solution to at least one of their biggest challenges. And there are different ways to go about it. You don't have to be the one that have the competency to solve that problem. And when I say their challenges, I'm not talking about real estate related challenges. So long as it is a challenge for your prospects, then you are telling yourself that I will take it upon myself to either help figure out a solution to this challenge, or find the person that can help solve the problem. The fourth question, what are their hopes, dreams, and desires? What are their hopes, dreams, and desires? You must know your prospect in out. In order for you to be able to sweep them off their feet with data-powered information, you must know their hopes. Have you had a conversation with a prospect and the prospect is like so touched, maybe even wanting to shed tears because of how you were able to do something that touched him or her? Sure. The next question, what are their biggest fears? What are their biggest fears? One of the things I help people do is to uproot fear completely. I am 1,000,000% fearless. I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not afraid of death. Because I can only die once. The moment I'm afraid of death, I'm already dying. So what are their biggest fears? Figure out how you can help allay that fear. See, this is what salesmanship entails. If you think that it is hard work, this is what it entails. So when you know that you have a lot of this work to do you think that you will have time for African magic? Yes. I'm not gotten there. So if I know that I have a lot of work, see, all those people that say I'm my own boss, when they think of entrepreneurship, they think of retiring to the beach to be playing golf. When they think of the concept, be your own boss, they don't know that it means that you are going to be working for 18 hours a day. They think it means I'll work for 1 hour a day and go and play for the rest of the day. No, that's not what it means. So this is his job. The sixth important question is, what is their preferred form of communication? I did not write it completely. I wrote form. It's form. What is their preferred form of communication? Some people, if you send them WhatsApp message, you will not read it. Their preferred form of communication is email. Some, it's not email, it's not WhatsApp, it's text message. One of the things I do to know their preferred form of communication, I will send email to them, I'll send WhatsApp message to them, I'll send text message. The one that they read or that they respond to is the one I'll start using. And I'll note it in my dream buyer avatar. Because see, you want to be able to pull out your dream buyer avatar for every prospect and be able to just, in 1 minute, know where the last thing that you said to them. Because see, if you are following up on a prospect, the communication that transpires between you and them, you should note them down so that you know where to start from or where to continue from rather. You can see that this is the reason why a lot of people struggle. They are not doing these things. They are not. If they are doing it, they will see results. The next important question is, what exact phrases and languages do they use? What is their most used phrases and languages? When you meet a prospect that is always saying, as in, you should start saying as in when you're talking to them. It's lateral inversion, it's psychology. Familiarity is good. It is only over familiarity that is bad. The know, like, and trust factor. People only do business with you if they know you. People only do business with you if they like you. People only do business with you if they trust you. But you see, the fastest way to trust is when you speak their language. And it goes as far as mimicking the things, the words they use the most. If they use that word the most, it means that they have emotional attachment to those phrases. When you use them as well, you touch a chord in them. Meaning that you have to be observant. Selling is sweet if you understand the nitty-gritty. It is you just be enjoying yourself. The next important question is, what does a day in your dream buyer's life look like? What's their typical day like? What's their typical day like? And then number 9, what makes your dream buyer happy? What makes them happy? You must know specifically what makes them happy, so that you not do what makes them angry. Now, after those questions, and then you have a profile for each of your prospects. You're always updating your prospect's profile, your own profile of your own prospects that you are developing. This is what you are going to use to close your prospect eventually. This is what you're going to use to convert that prospect into a buying client eventually. It is data. Salesmanship is data powered. Data that the prospect is familiar with. So, the dream buyer, the prospect profile or dream buyer avatar is so that you can know how to bait them. You know the way you bait a fish? That's the way you are going to bait your prospect. To bait your prospect, you must create high value content offer. Something that is irresistible. Like when I told the man that I told you about that, I told him that I want to come and offer him home delivery service. Laundry home delivery service. That one is not something that anybody can reject. Right? Because I want to be able to penetrate him even further. Right? I've talked about it before. Value-based marketing. When you are having a conversation with your prospect, it has to be powered by pre-planned value. Before you say, "Morning, sir," you know what you want to tell that person. You know the value communication that will transpire, whether within the next 15 minutes or within the next 30 minutes or whatever, between you and that prospect. It has to be value-based. And the value has to be valuable to the prospect. You cannot assume that it's valuable. It is not valuable until it is valuable to the prospect. Right? Now, when we talk about baiting a prospect, you have to know specifically how you can be in their front. Would you be in their front on Facebook if Facebook is their most used social media platform? Would you be in their front on WhatsApp status? Would you be in their front via text? Would you be in their front via WhatsApp messages? If somebody's on Facebook and you have their WhatsApp number, before you post, if your prospects are on Facebook or Instagram and you have their WhatsApp number, before you post on social media, send them a message, even if it's just greeting. Then go and post on Facebook or Instagram. If they come on Facebook, your post will be one of the first set of posts that they will see. Now, when you post on social media, know that it's advertising. When you post on social media, behave as if that is the last post you are ever going to make. Behave as if that is the most valuable content you are ever going to come up with. So, before you post, as you are crafting that content, think in terms of value to the prospect. How is this content going to be valuable to my prospect? If my prospect stumbles upon this post, value-based. I've said it before that you cannot be a salesperson that is posting based on impulse. It will do you no good. You cannot jump on a trend. You can't jump on, what's that word? A viral content. You can't jump on a viral content simply because it's viral. The only time you should jump on a viral content is if it has some connotation with your craft. Otherwise, you can't do that. There's something called the temperature of your marketing message. There's the temperature of the audience. I hope I'm not. I mean, they should tell me the remaining time I have. There's the temperature of the audience. So we should end it. If your temperature of your marketing does not match the temperature of your prospects, you're most likely not going to get your prospect to be interested in what you're saying. There's something called the selling environment. You must create a conducive selling environment for your prospects to be able to either be willing to make a buying decision or be preparing to make a buying decision. The temperature, the marketing temperature, the selling environment. If somebody asks you to come to a place, a prospect, you must ascertain that that place that you're going to has an ambience that would favor your selling environment. Otherwise, you have shot yourself in the foot by showing up in that place. Rather, be the one to tell the prospect where you guys should meet. If it's the prospect office, good. It's okay. But you see, you can go and meet the prospect in their office, and it's not a conducive selling environment for your for what you're trying to sell to the person. Right? I think now I've not really updated this. The most important social media platforms where you can generate traffic and advertise: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok. These are the four major ones that you can leverage on for extracting prospects that can buy real estate from you. Now, you don't necessarily have to post on all of them if you don't want to, but you need to have accounts on all of them. If you are just taking social media seriously, you need to post on all of them, because you need to test the one that produces result for you the most. The one that produces result for you the most is the one that you should zero in on. Now, if you are starting real estate, you need to post multiple times a day. But as you move forward, you realize that you don't need to post more than one quality content per day. 1 or 2 quality content per day. And then from the start of your day to the end of your day, what you are occupying your hours with is prospecting, marketing, selling, and closing. You should be able to tell how many hours do I spend every day on prospecting, marketing, selling, and closing. These are the most important activities of your salesmanship, your daily salesmanship. You prospect 20 people every day online. You prospect 5 people offline every day. Now, we know that you might not be able to prospect 5 people offline every day, but you can prospect 20 people online every day. So for the offline prospecting, you could decide that you want to do twice a week estate storming, or shopping mall storming, or business place storming, or marketplace storming. That okay, you want to visit Alaba International Market, or you want to visit ShopRite at PI, or you want to visit City Mall, or wherever it is that you want to visit. You have to be able to ensure that you talk to 25 people offline weekly. So, for instance, I say that I want to go and do impromptu prospecting at Ikeja City Mall. It means that I must talk to at least 25 business owners in that Ikeja City Mall if I'm just going to do it once a week. Do you understand the mathematics here? Because the formula 25 has to do with prospecting 20 new people online every day. See, these things are boring activities. I hope you are aware. Sure. They are not that exciting activities, but they are important activities. This is not an activity that will make you to have adrenaline rush. It is boring as fuck. But you're not a salesperson because it's entertaining. You're a salesperson because your your livelihood is dependent on it. You're a salesperson because selling is a prerequisite to life. Selling is a prerequisite and passport out of the survival mode. Selling is a ticket to riches. So that is why I'm a salesperson. Not necessarily because I enjoy selling. Most especially when you know that the vast majority of the people that you prospect will most likely tell you no. Up to 90% of the people will tell you no. And nobody likes to hear no. But you see, marketing, advertising is a business of rejection. The Yorubas will say, "Wapi shosun, wapi para." Every rejection is supposed to be the ingredient for thickening your skin as a salesperson. No means new opportunity waiting for you elsewhere. But you see, the no of today can become the yes of tomorrow. How many people told me no the first time I contacted them? Who are my clients today? So it's understanding the process. Any question? Next week we're going to be delving into social media selling. Any question? Yeah. Oh, your first time. Wow.
Yes. So I'm fully into media. I do a lot of media, and
Okay.
then so I'm wondering. So if I want to go into real estate.